It started like any other summer evening on my ranch in rural Texas, hot, dry, and quiet. The lake on my property, a modest body of water I'd maintained over the years, shimmered beneath the sunset. I was sitting on the porch, enjoying a glass of sweet tea, when everything changed in a blink. A deafening roar split the sky. I looked up and saw it. A military jet, wobbling, belching smoke. It wasn't right. The angle, the speed. Something was terribly wrong. Before I could react, the jet nosedived, veering sharply and crashing directly into my lake with a thunderous splash. A geyser of water exploded into the air, followed by silence. Just dead silence. I dropped my glass and ran. By the time I reached the water, steam hissed from the wreckage. Miraculously, the pilot had ejected and parachuted down into my pasture, dazed but alive. I rushed to help him. He was shaken and bruised but coherent. "I lost control," he gasped. "Hydraulics failed. I had no choice but to ditch it here." While I called emergency services and waited with the pilot, a white SUV screeched to a halt by my front gate. It was her, Karen from the HOA. Even though I didn't technically live in the HOA zone, she acted like she owned the entire valley. "What the hell is going on?" she screamed, phone in hand. "You're endangering the whole neighborhood. I saw the smoke. You're doing illegal air shows, aren't you?" I blinked at her. "A military jet just crash-landed. The pilot is injured. Go home." But Karen wasn't having it. She stormed toward the gate, snapping photos, filming herself. "I'm calling the sheriff," she yelled. "You've violated FAA rules. You're harboring dangerous equipment, and you're not allowed to have military personnel here without HOA approval." I wanted to laugh, but the pilot winced beside me. This wasn't funny anymore. Within minutes, sheriff deputies and a convoy of emergency vehicles arrived. Karen flagged them down dramatically, insisting she had proof that I was flying unauthorized jets for fun. She accused me of staging a military drill to intimidate the community. "I have witnesses," she insisted. "We've all seen strange planes over his ranch." The sheriff, who's known me for years, looked exhausted already. "Karen, let us do our job." But Karen wouldn't stop. She told the responding officers I had built a secret airstrip behind my barn. She even claimed I lured the military there to fake a crash for insurance fraud. The real truth came out fast. By the next morning, a military investigation team arrived. They pulled footage from the jet's black box and satellite records. Turns out the pilot was on a routine training mission out of a nearby base when a critical failure forced the emergency crash. Then came the kicker: military drone surveillance from the moment of the crash. The video clearly showed the jet losing control, smoke trailing behind, no maneuvers, no stunts, just a desperate attempt to avoid populated areas. The footage also showed me running toward the pilot to help, and it caught Karen, wildly accusing everyone while waving her phone like a torch at a witch trial. In a formal press briefing, the Air Force even thanked me for my quick response and cooperation. They praised me for helping the injured pilot and preventing further chaos. Karen? She wasn't so lucky. Turns out her 911 call, laced with lies, exaggerations, and accusations, had wasted valuable emergency resources. The military filed a formal complaint. She was fined for interfering with an active emergency scene and filing a false report. And when the HOA board saw the footage, they issued a public apology on her behalf, then stripped her of her position. The jet was carefully removed from the lake over the course of a week. They said it would take months for the investigation to wrap fully, but I didn't mind. The pilot came back a few days later in full uniform to personally thank me. As for Karen, she's been silent ever since. Her house went up for sale last week. And me? I'm just glad the only thing in my lake now is fish, not fighter jets.